Hi, welcome to City Trekker. My name's Adam and I'll be your guide as we aim to find the right gear for the right task for you. And today we're going to take a look at the Alchemy Equipment's collaboration with Carryology, the AEL222. Let's get into it. So this bag is a collaboration that Alchemy Equipment did with Carryology. And Carryology is a review website for backpacks and bags, and they've been around for over a decade. And Taylor Weldon worked on this project with them from a design perspective, and they built on the AEL222 to make some changes, and they really took a lot of user feedback to decide what they were going to modify for this bag and tweak for this particular design. So this bag, I just want to say, I just love this bag so much. Great bag. So this is a 31.5 liter bag. And I got to say, it's for the size that it looks, it fits so much stuff into it. And so it's definitely, you know how some 30 liter bags, they'll feel like they're a little bit smaller, more like 27, 25 liters. Some of them feel like they're much bigger, like they're more like 35 liters. This feels like it's more like 35 liters because you can fit a lot of stuff into this. Part of that is the dimension of the front here and just the cavernous inside of this half zip. When you get it open, there's just a lot of space on the inside. So let's take a look at the harness system on this bag. I really like it. This is one of my favorite harness systems, and these straps are, there's just a little bit of cushion here. It's fairly dense, but it's really comfortable. And you can see there's often seams on the side of a strap, and these have no seam. It goes all the way around the edges of the strap. You'll see that on a few high-end bags, like, the bag, the Arc'teryx Valance Gnomon does that, and there's a few others that do too. So that's really nice. And then the load lifters, I'm rather tall, and so I tend to pull the load lifters as tight as I can possibly get them. That pulls the top of the bag more forward, which then helps to distribute the weight more evenly on your shoulders. So if you have a bag that has load lifters of any kind, I recommend that you use them and use them properly, pull them tight to help distribute the weight the right way. There are features that bags have that if you don't use them, you don't get the full maximum impact of the bag. You don't get all the benefits. Here's what I'm talking about. You've got load lifters, you've got sternum straps, you've got these main shoulder straps that tighten. These three things, if you tighten all three of those things to a comfortable, snug fit, then the weight will be distributed the best it possibly can be for carrying your load. The sternum strap on this, it has a G hook, and it just goes in right like that. I did not think I was gonna like this. I really like magnetic sternum straps that just like fling over and boom, it goes and locks in place. Boundary Supply has them, a few other bags have them. And when a bag doesn't have the magnetic sternum strap, I will often replace it with a magnetic sternum strap. So I didn't end up doing that with this because even though I was like, man, this is a pain trying to get this in here, the more I used it, it wasn't that big a deal. And I came to really appreciate just the aesthetic of it and the way that it looks. So, because you've got this little leather piece here that it locks into, it just looks nice. I just like it. So while I would often replace a sternum strap for a magnetic one, I didn't end up doing that on this bag. And then in the center of this bag, you've got this just some extra padding on the, oh, hear that? You can hear that. So it kind of has this rib thing going on in the back, and it's pretty good. I found this bag to be pretty comfortable even when I was carrying about 20 pounds of weight. Then you've got this top strap here that it's fairly thin, and I don't like that. I wish it was a little bit more robust, and I wish they took some of what they did on the shoulder straps and applied that to this top strap. Alchemy Equipment often does this on the top of their bags, where it's just this very small strip of leather And what I'll often do is I'll put an additional handle over top of this so that it's just easier and more comfortable for carrying. Let's talk about the sides of this bag and the zippers here we got going on. We got this zipper here for our water bottle. And so it opens up a little bit there, gives it more dimension, and I have no problem sticking my water bottle in there. I don't like that the water bottle pocket ends before the bottom of the bag because it's a little bit bigger than I need for my water bottle. So my water bottle is just kind of hanging out here. And I feel like it would be almost more secure if it went all the way to the bottom of the bag. But I like that it zips up like this. It's a great feature. And so the bag is more sleek when I'm not using my water bottle on the side there. There's no additional strap on the side. Sometimes, like if you're carrying a tripod or something a little bit longer, bags will have a strap right here that will go over the tripod and you can snug it tight. This doesn't have anything like that. And then on this side, you've got another zipper, but this is not for a water bottle or tripod pocket. It's just a little mini tiny pocket. So you can fit a passport, a wallet, keys, whatever you would want to stick in this. So this is the dimensions of it right here. And then in the front of the bag, so I had the AEL222, and I did a review of that bag too. And it is very minimal. So you've got the top zipper and you've got a front zipper, and that is it. And so you've got a front zipper like this that you open up that goes down and it goes up. And going up into it was really awkward, and I really wish they would have had a zipper on the top. This bag does have a zipper on the top. And so it creates two compartments. You got this top compartment here, and then you have this large bottom compartment right here. You've got YKK AquaGuard number 8 zips all over this bag. The AquaGuard on the exterior, and then you still have YKK zippers on the inside. Now here's one of my favorite features of this bag. The interior of this is gorgeous. So for the interior of this bag, they used an embossed PES liner with an acrylic coating, and it is gorgeous, and it is orange. It pops. Pop. This is this orange coating, and it's, so you got this little, it's almost like a dotted webbing kind of thing going on here. And I love how bright it is, which is really helpful for dark things that you stick in your bag, especially in the main compartment, which we'll get to later. So this is your top compartment. You've got this little key hook here, and it's made of metal and seems really durable, which is nice. Sometimes bags will have really cheap plastic ones, and so I appreciate the care that they've taken to this small detail. And then there's a fair amount of dimension to the inside of this top pocket. And so there's a decent amount of room that you can put some pouches and different things in here. The front lower section of the bag, which also has this orange PES coating, and it goes all the way down to the bottom here of this fabric. There's a little bit less dimension to this pocket than there is on the top, but there still is a decent amount of dimension so that you can fit some things in here without it affecting the interior of the bag and the main compartment. So this is nice. I would use this for a book or an iPad mini or something like that, and have quick access to it right off the front. While we're at the front of the bag, let me talk a little bit about this material. It's very unique. This is about 60% cotton and 40% Cordura nylon. And so it makes for an interesting feel. It definitely feels more like cotton than a nylon. I actually would prefer for it to be more like a nylon and less like a cotton. I think it would retain its shape a little bit better, like the AEL222. And there is some discoloring that has happened here that I think is due to the amount of cotton that they're using. You've got this really nice subtle branding down here on this leather patch, the Alchemy Supply logo and the Carryology logo together. I do like this. It's very nice. They're friends, they're brothers, they're sisters, they're cousins, they're buddies. It's good. And then you've got this on the bottom, this nice leather. And it's very durable, very thick. And so you can set this thing down and wipe it off no problem. And it's gonna last for a long time. Now, some people have complained they don't like that, you know, having a nice, fine, durable leather on the bottom of the bag of all places where you're gonna be sticking it in the dirt and stuff. Some people really don't like that. I've not taken issue with it because whenever I have set it down, I've been able to easily wipe it off and it hasn't gotten too dirty or anything like that. And then at the bottom, you can see that there's some dimension here to this front part that I was talking about earlier. And then it creates this almost like little tiny pocket right here that doesn't do anything. But you can like clip something to it. So if you're riding your bicycle and you needed a reflector, that's something you could clip onto the bottom of this bag. And so you've got a little bit of room to do something like that. Laptop compartment. You have a dedicated sleeve for the laptop. So it zips open here on the top and you've got just a nice snug, it's not super, you can see that, there you go. And so your laptop goes into here and it's a false bottom, which means it's not hitting the bottom of the bag, which is excellent because when you set down your bag, you don't want your laptop hitting the table or ground or whatever. Your laptop goes in here, and then if you have, so this will hold a 15-inch laptop, but if you have a smaller laptop, a 13-inch, a 12-inch, it might get a little bit deeper and might be a little difficult for you to pull out. So what's a better, I need a better way. Here's what they did. They put a little handle, this little handle here. It's like a little stretchy handle, a little stretchy, just pull it, pull it. So you pull the handle out and it elevates with two straps the bottom of the laptop, pulling the laptop up and out so you can grab it on the exterior and pull it the rest of the way out. So this is a really cool feature. I thought I wouldn't like it. I thought this might wear out really easily. It's not, it's a great feature and I like it. So we're gonna get into the main compartment of this bag. And it's a half zip opening, which gives you a lot of access. Boom! Here is the interior. Oh, I like this interior so much. It's so great. So here on the front panel, you've got this little pocket that you can see into, which is really helpful. And so this zips open. This is a YKK number 8 zipper right here. And so you have access to the inside of this. This is great for things that you need for your laptop, say. So you want your charger, your laptop charger, your mouse, all these things can go right here. They don't have to go into a pouch if you're not into pouches. So I like that accessory option, which doesn't exist on all of the Alchemy equipment bags. This was a feature that they added based on the feedback that they got from customers that were using the AEL222. And so I love that they were listening to their customers, listening to the user experience so that they can modify things for future versions of the bag. All right, so you've got the inside of this bag is pretty big. And it's gorgeous orange. Did I mention that it's orange, this beautiful coating, a little honeycomb thing or something going on here? And you can see at the bottom of the bag, you've got this. This is where the laptop stops. This part right here is where the laptop stops. And then these two black straps are what pull up the laptop when you're using that little handle that was at the top. This is so much space. This is likely more space than you are going to need for an everyday carry. 31.5 liters is a lot of liters. Let me show you what this bag looks like wearing it. So I am 6'3", 180 pounds. So I struggled in daily use, just figuring out the best way to use this bag. And mainly because my daily carry is really more like 12 to 15 liters of use with my laptop and the chargers and things that I carry with me on a daily basis. I like the option of something up to 20 liters, maybe 24 liters in case I want to throw in a jacket or something like that. But with this being 31.5 liters, it was larger than what I needed on a daily basis. And it just felt a little bit too big for what I needed. This would be great for short trips. You're going away for 1, 2, 3 days, just throw all your clothes in here, all your gear, your laptop, so you can work with this bag, but also take everything that you would need for a couple overnights somewhere. That's where I think this finds the best use. For me, most of my travel is a lot longer than that. So I'll travel for 7 days up to 3 weeks at a time on an international trip. So when I'm doing that, I need something larger, like 35 to 45 liters, if I'm gonna do one bag travel. So this is a little bit smaller for me than what I would want for a one bag travel for longer trips. But for short trips, this would be a great bag for you. This is a limited edition. They only made a few of these, and they sold out. They sold out like that. So to get one of these bags, you got to get it secondhand. You got to get it on eBay or Facebook Marketplace or somewhere like that. But they brand new, they were sold for $350. You can find them used for $200 to $300 depending on your source and what the market is saying at the time. So if you do end up getting one of these, or you have one and you love it, please post a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. So check out the links below, and we would love for you to subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much. And I am a model. You know what I mean?